Alrighty, happy Saturday morning. One blue spring, boxes between the platform and the carriage. We're gonna come on to the carriage. So let's start with our knees on the carriage, toes curled under at the shoulder blocks. Elbows are on the box, I don't know, midway or 2/3 of the way in, not so you're way extended to the edge. Right. Shift your weight into your knees, push into the elbows so that your elbows and shoulders are aligned, not so that you're forward like that. Stack the elbow and shoulder. Lift in the belly, tuck the pelvis, so come into a little kitty cat back. Drop the crown of the head so you feel the arc from the crown of the head through the back of the neck, through the thoracic spine, down toward your pelvis, tuck your pelvis toward your chin, and little push in and out there, keeping that belly lifted and that pelvic tuck. Just easing through the hips. Keep pushing to the elbows so that your elbows and shoulders stay aligned. You don't want to push forward so your shoulders come in front of your elbows. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Good, let's do a few more, just warming up here. 4, 3, 2, good. This time, as you go back, press into the balls of your feet, into your toes. Keep that tuck as you extend back into your plank. And hold that plank. Shoulders down, neck is long. Make sure your neck is soft. Your pelvis toward your chin. And with our knees staying lifted, though, we're going to bend in and push out. As you bend in, don't collapse in the hips, don't collapse in the belly, don't let those shoulders come forward of your elbow. Keep your weight back in your feet. 4, 3, 2, and we're going to extend into plank, hold plank for a count of 8, just breathing, lengthening, squeeze the booty, tuck the pelvis, lift the belly button, close the ribs. Last 3, 2, and working through the upper body, push back into the elbows. Keep your chest lifted as you pull forward with the crown of the head and push back. Full range of motion that you can support. No collapsing in your chest and shoulders. So lift up in the sternum and visualize widening through the shoulder blades as you draw the shoulders down away from the ears. Let's do 4 more. Forward and back and back. Last one. As you go back, as you push into those elbows, the carriage pushes, hold it there. 8 little tiny bends with the knees without dropping in the hips. 5, 4, 3, keep that pelvis tucked, belly lifted, hold that plank. Square off shoulders over the elbows, and final hold for 8, 7, breathing. Visualize getting longer from the crown of the head to the heels. Last 3, and 2, and 1, and bring it in. Good, take a nice long child's pose, extending the arms in front, arching through the back. And releasing forward. Good, let's take the box off. We're gonna stay on a blue spring right now. No, actually, sorry. Yeah, let's stay on a blue spring. Sorry. Okay. Turning around so our knees are up against the shoulder blocks. Okay, let's walk our hands out so the hands are in front of the shoulders. And from here, let's do a little cat-cow, just opening to the back, shoulders down. Don't crank your chin up, let your neck follow your spine, tucking with the pelvis and rounding. And again, tip, 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 tip. And scooch, tuck, curl round. And now come to a nice long tabletop flat spine. Scoop out your armpit, so feel that engagement when you lift in the armpit and pull the shoulders down so they meet in the middle. Belly stays lifted and we pull ourselves forward. Slight bend in the elbow so you're not hyperextending in the elbow. Finding the distance of your hands where it's comfortable to find that extension, scoop, and lift as you pull the carriage forward. You should feel your lower belly engage. Crown of the head reaches forward. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Sit back. Lengthen out through the arms, shoulders, relax the back of the neck, scoop and round through the lower back. And come back up. Long spine. All we're going to do is add on intensity here. So where we add on, if you want to stay right here, stay right here. But if you'd like a challenge, extend that left leg. Okay, tabletop leg. Don't drop it, don't hike it up. Long spine. So pull the belly button in, close the ribs. Sit ever so slightly into that left supporting hip as you scoop out the armpits and bring that carriage forward. Reach from the crown of the head to that left big toe. Last 3, 2, and 1. And come back. Left leg lowers. Re-lengthen in the torso. Right leg extends. Sit ever so slightly back. Shoulders down. Scoop out the armpit. And pull forward. 5, 4. Make sure you're not transferring your weight all the way into that left leg. Try and keep those hips square, weight evenly distributed. Last 2. And last 1. And bring it in. Good. Long arms, high child's pose. Good. And let's switch to a yellow spring. So blue comes off, yellow is on. Come back to that position, walk your hands forward of your shoulders. And again, little cat-cow, arching through. Pull the shoulders down away from your ears, feel your lats and your shoulder blades lock in by your waistline. Exhale, tip the pelvis. Into a big scooped rounded back. And again, arch through. And scoop tuck. Good. From here, walk your hands 2 inches forward, staying in that rounded back, scoop pelvis. And we're going to pull forward with our knees here. Don't release the carriage back to the bumper, and no death grip with your hands. Think of pushing down with your hands on the frame as you lift in the belly. Keep that lower back rounded as you tuck in. Let's do 6 more. Long neck. Don't start doing the work in the traps. Last 3, and 2, and 1, and release. Just release your weight forward. Do some arch and curl. A couple arches. All right, come into that same rounded scoop position. Sitting back ever so slightly in your haunches. We're going to pull forward. You're going to hold. Slowly release. Pull forward, hold that tuck. slowly release. So here as well, we're not going back to the bumper, forward. And as you pull forward, make sure it's your lower abdominals that are pulling and not your hands, not your traps, not your neck, not your jaw. Let's do 5. We'll hold, slowly release. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Hold, slowly release. And sit back to the child's pose. Good. And let's come up. All right, let's go to red spring only. 1 red spring. Foot bar comes up. Oops. Oh no. I break another pair of glasses. Okay, 1 red spring. Standing on the outside of the machine. Your shin is lined up basically at the back metal hinge. Stand up nice and tall. Lift from the pelvic floor. All right? We're not tucking under, but I want you to lock in your glutes as well. Hands start on the hips. We push back into our runner's lunge, not pitching forward with the body right now, opening up. So only go back as far as you feel like you can hold your chest open. So that back leg lengthens, but does not straighten. Bending into your right knee. Let's do 3 more. 2. We're gonna hold, meet in that runner's lunge, hold it here. Hands stay on the hips. That left hip forward, right hip back, bending, tapping and bending. That knee on the carriage. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands to the foot bar. We push all the way down into runner's lunge, keeping that left knee off the carriage. Now shift your weight so your right knee is behind your heel. Open up through the sternum, shoulders down. Little bend and tap here. Tap, tap. Don't let your ribs fall. Keep that belly lifted. 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, we're going to come into our flying plank. Coming up, lift that right leg just to plank position, float it back down. Good. 3. Adding on from here. 2. We're going to meet up in that plank. Good. Opposite knee. So pull the right knee in. As you switch, pull the left. Running man, switch. Switch. 5. Breathing, shoulders down. 3, 2. That right leg doesn't need to go high. And 1. We come back down. Open in that lunge. Leg goes on the carriage. Open through the chest. And let's come up. Okay. Same starting position. Light hands on the foot bar. Push back into your supporting leg. Now you are hinging forward at the hip. Hands back to the hip. And just pressing through that left heel. Make sure your right knee is behind your right heel. You're pressing into that heel. Right hip back, left hip forward. Ribs are in, neck is long. 6, 5, 4. Good. Hands come back to the foot bar. Sit all the way down. Leg is on the carriage. Open up through the chest. And just breathe into that hip flexor. And release. And bring it in. Good. Let's go to the other side. Okay. Foot is by the back A-frame of the foot bar. Hands on the hip. Bending, opening. Now pull that right hip forward and left hip back. And bend in. Extend. Control the motion. Notice if your body is twisting open to the right. Shoulders square. Ribs stay closed. Let's do 4. 3. 2. Let's meet up in that lunge. Hands come to the foot bar lightly. Tap, bend, tap, bend. 4, 3, 2. Lengthen out through that leg. Sit down deeper in your left leg. Open up through the chest. Tap and extend here. Push through that heel. Right, left hip back, right hip is forward. 5, 4, 3, 2. Lengthen out through the right leg. And we come up into our plank. Float back down. Four, 3. And let's meet up here. Pull that left knee in and reverse running man. 6. That left leg doesn't have to go high, so you don't do the work in your back. Looking to do the work in that right supporting working leg. Last 2. Last 1. That leg comes down. Sit all the way back down. Open up through the chest. Good. Coming up. Pull your right hip forward, left hip back. Weight is behind your left heel. Hands back on the hips. Lengthen through the torso. Push through that right heel. Notice if your body is waving back and forth. Want to stay nice and still. 6. Last 3. And 2. And 1. And bring it in. Yay. Okay. Let's sit down on the carriage. Let's add a yellow on. So you have a red and a yellow. We're gonna lay down, keep the foot bar up. Headrest can be up or down as you wish. Okay, let's start with the balls of the feet on the foot bar. Let's do ankles, knees together. So really reach your ankle bones toward one another. Anchor that tailbone, close the ribs, shoulders down. And we're gonna push out, squeeze into your long straight legs, neutral spine, release slowly the carriage in. Push out, squeeze, release in. Let's do 4 more here. And we're just gonna keep adding on. 2. This time as we push all the way out, straight legs, heels down, up, carriage in, out. As you lower and raise those heels, engage your booty, close the ribs, shoulders down, neck is long. 4, 3, 2, heels down and up, accent is up, squeeze, up, squeeze, up, squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, heels stay high, run in place. Good, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Both heels high, let's bring the carriage in halfway, left leg goes tabletop, all right? As you take the carriage out, that left leg reaches long and straight. Forward 45, long and straight. You're high up on your right ball, the ball of your right foot. Your left foot is reaching out, up and over. So think of just down and up. Draw a big rainbow in the sky. 2 more. This time as we meet up in that scissor, flex and point. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Into 45, pull back tabletop. Extend 45, tabletop. Energy out of that left knee. Square the hips. Don't hike that left hip into your armpit. You want to lengthen, keeping that space between your ribs and your hips. 3, 2, last one. Let's meet up where we started. Halfway in, ball of the right foot and ball of the left foot. Right leg goes tabletop. Extend the scissor and reach 45. Squeezing, extending through the legs as you square the hips. 3, 2, and let's bring it here, flex and point. 3, 2, 1, and the knee, extend 45, and we come in tabletop. Don't let that knee go past the hip. Reach long. Tabletop. Ribs are closed. Squeeze that left leg straight. 4, 3, 2, and last one. And let's bring it in where we started. Good. Carriage is halfway out. Walk your toes out so you're now in a narrow V. Heels squeeze together. Make sure your heels line up with your pelvis. Take the carriage out. Squeeze your booty. Heels down, up. Carriage in and out. Five, 4, 3. This being recorded, but go ahead and kiss me. Good. All right, let's bring it in. So carriage is halfway in. You're in a narrow V, balls of the feet on the foot bar, heels are together. Let's reach back and take your head rest down if it was up. Holding this position here, we're gonna scoop, come up into our bridge. Okay, ribs are closed. We push out, keeping those hips lifted. Come into your bridge. Squeezing the heels together. As you push out to straight legs, watch your hips don't collapse, your butt doesn't drop, your heels don't fall apart. 3, 2, And this last one, let's meet up in bridge. Hold nice tall hips as you lower and raise your heels, just the heels, not your butt. You can put your hands under to check. You want to lift your pelvis toward the sky. Now pull your shoulders down, relax your neck and jaw. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Heels are high. Let's roll down through our spine. Good. Release the carriage in. Bring knees to the chest. And happy baby. Good. Let's start wide V external rotation. Flexing through the feet. Heels are toward the end of the foot bar. And we push out. Lengthening through the legs. Control that carriage in. Let's do 4, 3. All right, this time as we bring the carriage halfway in, we're gonna scoop and lift into our bridge. Shoulders down, lengthen through the neck. Keeping your hips high, holding the carriage still. Squeeze your knees toward one another, open V. Don't rush it. 4, relax the neck. 3, 2, and let's meet up in that extended second position, pushing out, long straight legs. Sticky feet, pull the carriage in. Pull that carriage in. Really engage, heels to the sit bones, so you feel that connection of your heels are pulling the carriage, not just letting the springs do the work. 3, 2, last one. We're gonna meet up in that high bridge, hold it, and knees in and out for 8, 7, keep that pelvic bone lifting to the sky. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees are wide and roll down through your spine. Only once your tailbone is all the way down, release the carriage in. Wide knees to the chest, straight into the happy baby. And extend into your V, flexing through the feet, reach through the heels. Good. Alrighty, rolling to the side. Let's go to yellow. If you don't like the yellow, once we're there, you can switch to a blue. Take your foot bar down. We're gonna do some glute work here. Coming onto our left side to start. You can put the ball underneath your head if you like, or elbow, whichever you do though. Remember, we are supposed to lift up in that supporting rib cage and not collapse down. Take your right foot, put in a long black strap, push out nice and long, get that position. Your heel is not behind your sit bones, just ever so slightly in front. You're pressing down on that supporting leg as you lift up in the ribs. We bend just so the knees meet up, tabletop style, and push out through that heel. Bend and extend, really reaching through the heel. Let's do 4 here. We'll have 3 more transitions. 3, 2, let's meet up with that long straight leg, flexing through the heel. We take our heel back, we bring that leg forward. Don't come all the way forward 90 degrees like we do in sweeper, just forward and back. pushing through that heel, lengthening through the torso. Don't forget about your ribs down on the carriage. Lift them up, zip to that midline. 4, 3, 2, and we're going to meet up with that heel extended back. Lengthen through the torso, point your toes down, toes go toward the well, heel lifts up. So tiny diagonal, pushing through the heel. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Point through the toe, bring that leg slightly forward. Circles, let's call it the size of a big Pilates ball. 4 circles each direction. No waving in the torso. On the bottom side of the circle, let's reverse. Make sure it's a circle, not a triangle. Beautiful. And bring it in. Bend the knee. If you can keep your foot in the strap as you come onto your back, do that, or take your foot out. Come onto your back and put your foot back in. You are cross cable. Okay, let's start with figure 4. Flex through that right foot. Lengthen through the right side of the body. So drop that hip away from your rib cage and reach back behind your left thigh, using your right elbow to hold that right knee at a right angle. A lot of rights there. When you're ready, unpretzel from there, lengthen through the right leg, reach through the left as you come into a scissor stretch extension. Drop that right hip. Energy out the left leg as much as there's energy out the right leg. And keeping your left butt cheek on the carriage, release your right leg toward your shoulder or your ear. We're gonna come back through the center. Cable assist, bend it in, take that foot out. Get back on the peg, stay on your back for a second. And give yourself a little bit of room between the shoulder blocks. Okay, legs tabletop. Upper body, curl up, hands nicely behind the head, loosely behind the head, elbows wide, right? Bring the right knee in toward your chest, left leg extends. Now tuck your pelvis up toward the sky, hold it there, and we switch. 2 more each side. All right, hold it there. Upper body stays there. We hold on to the leg. Your right hand is outside your leg, left hand on the inside of the knee. Pull your chest toward your knee. Imprint, switch. Keep deepening that C curve. Hold on to that imaginary walnut with your chin so you're not straining in the neck. 2 more times, each side. Last one, each side. Let's meet here. Pelvic tuck, little tuck to the sky. Last 2, no hurling, switch. 4 times. You're gonna know if you hurl because you're moving your carriage. Good, knees to the chest. And bring it down. And let's go to the other side. Let's lay on our right side. Just a little beer break. And on our right side, left foot goes in that long black strap. Extend out, reach through the heel. Lift up in that underside. Really close the girdle front. Flex through the left heel. Your heel is your foot's parallel. Your heel slightly in front of your sit bone. We just tabletop in. Exhale. Feel the extension from the crown of the head through the heel. Press down with that supporting right leg. Keep those hips stacked. Really think length. Each time reasserting how long you can get. 2 more. Good, let's reach back. All right, without waffling through the upper body, heel back and forward. Find the range where you stay in that glute. Your hip stays parallel. Sit bone to heel connection. 4, 3, 2. We're going to meet up with that heel back. Lengthen through that leg first. Tip your toes down toward the well, up to the diagonal. No waving in the upper body. 4, 3, 2. The last one. Come back parallel, point the toes, circle there. So your circle goes slightly in front. You're not going back behind your sit bone. Last one. And we reverse, breathing. Long torso. Ribs are closed. Neck is long. And last one. And bend. And bring it in. Good. Coming onto your back. Reach through that left leg, extending through the right. Doesn't matter, wherever you're comfortable with that right leg. Mine is lower than 45, but what you want to do.
You have to do figure 4, Deborah.
What?
Figure 4.
Oh, sorry. Right, figure 4. Come into figure 4, drop that left hip, shoulders down, reach back behind your right thigh. Really visualize square shoulders, square hip. Flexing through that left foot so that you don't break in the ankle. And when you're ready, come into that scissor extension. Lengthening through the hamstring, dropping that hip. Close the ribs. Pull that leg in. Soft shoulders. Right leg stays parallel, left leg, hip externally rotates just to open toward the shoulder. And let's bring it in. Good. Bending, take the foot out of the strap. So the strap back on the peg, scoot yourself down from the shoulder blocks a couple inches again. Start legs tabletop. Squeeze ankles, knees together. Holding on behind the thighs, we're going to pull our upper body up. So forehead reaches to the knees. Pull in. So scoop, find that C curve. So there's kind of a bowed resistance. Lift your shoulder blades and your tailbone off the carriage into that C curve. Hold that contraction C curve as you open up. Come back in. Keeping that walnut underneath your chin so you're not putting the strain in your neck. Let's do 4 and a hold. 3, 2, hold it here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and bring it in. Okay, I'm gonna take the straps off my pegs so I have full access to my pegs for my hands. We have a light spring on, so you're gonna know if you're cheating. Make sure you have a couple inches between your shoulders and the shoulder block. Start tabletop, little lift up, rolling down. Just stay in tabletop right now. Lower belly contracts, does the lifting. Slow it down so you feel each vertebra peeling off. And then laying back down. Let's do 2 more here. We'll just keep adding on. And if you want to stay doing this, stay doing this. Soft elbows. All right, extend to 45. Bend, pull up and over. As you come down, you open to 45. Scoop, bend. This time, stay straight-legged. Up and over. Parallel to the ground. Roll down, open to 45. Up and over. Really visualize the vertebra laying down, your rib cage closing to the midline. Shoulders down, neck is long, elbows are soft while you're gripping on the pegs, no death grip. And adding on here. Come to wheelbarrow, legs go vertical, come back down, come vertical, and down. 4 more. Don't collapse in your hips. Last one. Come into wheelbarrow and lay it down. Bending the knees into the chest, wide knees. Happy baby. And pointing through the feet, extended V. And bring it in. Good. Let's roll to the side. Let's go to 1 blue. Coming on our knees, on the carriage, you're facing your shoulder blocks. Let's get our straps. Okay, so let's walk our knees back. Okay. Left hand goes toward where the headrest is. Right hand is in the long black loop. Shoulders down. Exhale. As you scoop, sweep that arm back. Don't let the carriage crash in. And don't open that shoulder. As you go back, don't open that shoulder. Stay tabletop. Your weight's not smashed into that left hand. Oh, I didn't switch onto a blue string. Did I tell you to switch onto a blue string? Be on a blue string. If you want to be your own personal hero, of course, stay on your yellow. But last one, as we come up, bend through the elbow, punch that fist to the back wall, draw that shoulder away from the ear, bend, extend through the tricep. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, bring it forward. So before we switch sides, let's take a little rest, and we have a second set there. Okay, same position. Engage the spring load with the cable. We're going to extend through our left leg, right? Finding our balance, which apparently I don't have today. Sweeping back, forward. Keep that weight back in your right hip. Good, last one, come into that extension. Woo, then, woo. Just 4. I must say, sorry, this is recorded. I think my form on that is abhorrent, but whatever. It's a good lesson. What not to do, I guess. Okay, come in the other side, roll your shoulders back. Right hand, both knees on, right hand in that headrest. Lift up in the belly, close the ribs, shoulders down, sitting ever so slightly back into your hips and sweeping that arm. Really visualize water that you're paddling through, reaching through the hand, not balling the fist here. 3, 2, shoulders square, neck is long. Let's meet up in that extension, bending through the tricep here. Punch that fist back now. Let's do 4 more. 3, don't collapse into your right shoulder, right arm. 2, and the last one. And bring it in. Good, take a little rest. Okay, extending through that right leg. Sit back in your left hip a little bit, stabilize, and sweep. Get a sense of how bad your balance is. Woo. Shoulders down. Woo. Last one. We meet in that sweep. Now bending through the elbow. Just 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring it in. Now we know what we have to work on. Okay. Let's stay on a, no, let's go to a yellow. Sorry, switch up to a yellow. Legs go forward, sitting up nice and tall. Let's start with a small loops, stacking both hands on top of one another in both loops. Let's pull the palms toward the chest, sitting up nice and tall. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, but draw the shoulders down. Elbows are high. Release open. 6. Last 2, last one. We're going to meet up with our palms toward our chest, hinging in the hip, and coming back up. Lift up taller to go back. 2 more. Good. As you come up, switch which hand is on top. Same thing, opening, bringing the palms to the chest. Squeeze those shoulder blades toward one another. 4, 3, 2. Now palms come to the chest, and instead of hinging, we roll down and C-curve. Palms stay at the chest, and we come up, sit up nice and tall. Again, roll C-curve. Drop the chin, 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. And bring it up. All right, extend forward. Let's choke up on our hardware. Sitting up nice and tall. Chest expansion back. Shoulders down. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lengthen and squeeze into the tricep as you take the arms back. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Come forward, cross your cables. Stay choked up on your hardware. Simple row, elbows back. Think of widening through the shoulder blades, and then squeeze toward the midline. Open up, widen, squeeze toward the midline. Elbows are higher than the wrists, but lower than the shoulders. 4, 3, 2, and as you come forward, go to the top of the cloth of the loop. Roll your shoulders back, full French door extension. 5, 4, 'Don't do the work in your traps. Arms forward, stay cross cable. Scoop your palms toward the sky. Scoop your palms toward the sky, but let's choke back up on our hardware. Nice tall spine. Pull with the elbows close to the body, palms facing up. And release. Pull, squeeze. As you pull, squeeze. Hold there. Let's do 5. Shoulders down, neck is nice and soft. Last 2. Last 1, let's hold that pull. Release half an inch, pull tighter. Release half an inch, pull tighter. Release tighter. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release forward. Okay, turning around, let's go back to a glue spring. Turn around. We're going to do Wonder Woman extensions here. So walk your knees back. Let's take hold of the right long black loop. Extend through the left leg. Come onto that 3-point stand. We bicep curl in. Wonder Woman extend. Spiral back, keeping that arm close to the body, and your weight is back in your haunches. 4, long neck. 3, 2, and last one. Good, let's switch sides. I didn't realize I could put my foot through my glass. So. Okay, extend through your right leg. Find your balance, close your ribs, belly buttons in. Nice long spine. That leg is parallel with your spine, shoulders down. Sit back into that supporting leg. Bicep curl in. Wonder Woman forward. No death grip on the carriage with that supporting hand. Keep your belly lifted. Last 3, 2. Breathing. And beautiful. All right, while you're facing there, put on a yellow spring. Come onto your back. Feet go in the long black straps. Headrest can be up or down as you wish. Let's start off externally rotated 45 degrees. Heels together. Let's go into full froggy here. So pull feet in, open to your extended V, closing the heels. Watching that your heels are meeting up to that same midline each time. And flexing and pointing through the feet. Pedal in and extend out. Three more here. Reversing, open to your V, second position, plie in. So as your knees come in, don't roll into your lower back. Keep that back nice and long and still. Pelvis is facing that far wall. Pedaling through the feet. 4, ribs are closed, shoulders down. Good, 45 degrees, externally rotate. We open wide, we come in, beat, beat, tapping the heels, tap, tap, open, tap, tap, open. Now, aside from the inner thigh, think of engaging your sit bones, so deepen the work all across the pelvic floor to the sit bones. 4, 3, 2, circles at the bottom and come up. As you're at 90 degrees, don't roll into your lower back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. 45 to 90, reaching through the legs. Find that inner thigh sit bone, so the whole length of the pelvic floor connection to do the work. 3, 2, last one. Let's come up to 90, start circles there, staying neutral, anchor your tailbone. Externally rotating at the bottom of that circle, feeling the hips loosen up. 4, 3, 2, last one, 45 degrees. Let's walk in the park. Then one knee in. Pushing the toes of the bent leg down toward the well. Feel the lower belly engage. And if you want to come into that full lower back roll, let the cable start to do the work. Keep the work in the sit bones, and the lower belly. 2 more times each side. And come up to 90. Anchor your tailbone. Pelvis is facing that far wall. Flex the feet. Think of arching through the lower back. Reach through the heels. Close the ribs. Pull the shoulders down. Lengthen through the neck. Relax your jaw. Staying parallel, open to your extended V, reach through the heels. Make sure you didn't just roll into your lower back. Okay, we'll assist, pull your feet into butterfly. Start with our toes pointed toward the sky, pull your heels in. And then point your toes away from you and let the weight of your legs open up the hips.